Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So excited because we're moving on with the alphabet and we're learning the letter N and I'm doing Nabla. Now, I don't play with this brand that often, funny enough, but I have a lot of palettes. And as I was doing this look, I thought it's a pretty look, but nothing stood out and it hurts me. And maybe it's because I just picked the wrong palette. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, and very easy to use, but I don't know. Second thing, y'all, I got sucked in. I know, right? And I had bought the Tear foundation. I used it a couple of videos ago. I don't get it. We're just going to leave it there. First off, I know the shade. It's too yellow for me. I am going to buy a second shade to see if. I know it's a waste of money, to be fair, because I just don't see what all the fuss is about. I have aging skin. That could be a factor in it. I barely set it with powder. But I just don't think it looks good on my skin, to be fair. Now, again, the color's off, but I don't know if you can see. But it sits in every crack and crease, every. Okay, it attaches to every dry spot, like where my pimples are. I mean, it emphasizes the pimples even. I just, I don't know. And I've watched bigger influencers, smaller influencers, all rave about this product. And I don't know. Now, I did buy the cleansing balm. I like the cleansing balm from Tear. I did buy it. Because it was like a special or something when I did it. But for the price of it, it isn't worth it. Like, because it's just a small jar. So for the price, not worth it, but it is a good cleansing balm. But there's so many cleansing balms that I'm like, no. Now, as far as cushion foundation, I haven't tried that many. So I really can't tell you, like, oh, it's better than this one, or, maybe that's why it's the best. But I would rather wear my NARS Sheer Glow. I really would. I would rather wear my Makeup Forever Reboot. I would rather wear my It Cosmetics, my Prada, like, there's just so many before I wore this. And again, it could be because of the shade. It is yellow. And let me tell you the shade. It's 24N Latte. I am going to try 23N, I think, and see if it works. But as of now, I ain't impressed. I'm just going to be honest. Now, the rest of the face. For concealer, I am wearing CoverGirl concealer in True Blend Undercover. I actually use my Lancome for under the eyes. I cannot find it. Where did I stick that? Because I wanted to show it, because I've been talking about under eye corrector a lot. I don't know where I put it though. I'll find it because I'm going to do a thing on under eye correctors. But I would put it as pigmented as the NARS in medium, but you need less. Like, it stretches somehow. I don't know how to explain it. Don't need to explain it right now. We'll explain it when I do that video. I set the under eyes with the Lunar Beauty Lunar Versal Setting Powder Translucent Light. Love that. And the rest of the face with the Natasha Denona Powdered Foundation in N6. And again, this clinging was way before I even powdered. And I used the smallest amount of that powder with this big old brush here and was just barely touching. So just so you know, for bronzer, my Armani, you all, I have used the Pat McGrath Benefit NARS. Now I pulled it back out. I've used Marc Jacobs, and I'm sorry, but Armani, I think, may have the cake. They may have it. I don't know what it is about this bronzer, but it's fantastic. I have it in 100. That's the shade. I cannot express, like, and for the money, what you get, the compact, beautiful. It is very much sealed in here. It is just Stunning. Stunning. That's all I can tell you is it's stunning. For blush, I pulled out the Armani Power Blush in 50, I believe. Let me make sure. Nope, not 50. 50 reminds me of Orgasm. In 51. I don't have the names of them because it came in a little set, but it's this pinky blush. And then for highlighter, I used Charlotte Tilbury Liquid Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight. So that is what is on my face. So let's go with the eyes now. I pulled the Nabla Nude Cutie Palette. It's their #1 when it comes to their cutie palettes. They have 6 of them, maybe 8 now. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've bought anything, to be fair, from Nabla. And when I did, I was purchasing it from Ulta. I don't even know if Ulta still carries it. I purchased it from Morphe. I don't think Morphe carries it either, to be fair. So I guess you can go to their website, to be fair, and you'll see how it applies. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's not, and it's pretty. But I have this one. I have the coral one. I have more of a cool toned one. I think I have 3, maybe 4 of the little cutie palettes. Then I have their Secret Garden. I have their Dreamy 1 and 2 palettes. So I have quite a few, and I just don't know how to. I don't know. Let's go into Latex Nude as our first shade so you can see. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's set. Okay. I just used the concealer today as the eyeshadow base because, I just ain't got the time. Now, these palettes are old, so I'm kind of really digging in. But there's something about these powders I can't put my finger on either. They're not a normal, like, eyeshadow, just a powder. It's almost, well, it's almost gritty, but creamy. It's so weird. Like, when you touch it, it feels gritty. But when you rub it between your fingers, it feels creamy. Gritty and creamy. Isn't that a description you'd like to hear? And going across the lid, it feels wonderful. It's nice. It really is. And it blends beautifully. It lays beautifully. It's got pigment. Like, there's nothing bad about it. You know what I mean? There really isn't. And you'll even see, I even dared to get into the black shade in this, which is telling you something because I don't do black. So, and I didn't have a problem. Okay, we're going to go into No Doubts now. Pick it up. Like, you can see, it does the work for you. It really does. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this formula. It seems to hold, like it's lasting. It's not fading quickly or anything like that. My eyes aren't eating yet. I don't really have that problem as far as that goes. I don't know. I think it's just that and it's a shame. But when you don't hear about products, they kind of go to the wayside. But then you hear about products that you do hear about, you're just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it with the tear stuff. No doubt. I'm going to take it along the lower lash line. And again, I'm not saying that foundation's bad. It may work for some. It really may. I mean, at least it looks like it does on other influencers, for sure. But, like, trying to go through the hassle of finding a shade that works, first off, and then getting it and it not being a holy grail. Now, again, it could be because maybe that sort of foundation just isn't made for me, or I just don't know how to use it correctly, or any number of things, to be fair. Like, I'm not knocking it saying don't try it, but we're also talking like it's not It's not cheap. It's not expensive. I mean, like say my the foundations I named earlier, by no means. But I would rather pay that extra 20 bucks to know I'm going to use it, I'm going to love it, it's going to last, than to save 20 bucks and just be like, meh, you know what I mean? But again, everybody has their own preferences. You could be very much happy with, does enough, you know? Just not me. And again, I love L'Oreal, okay? And it's cheaper than that. Oh, there it is. There's my Lancome Tint Adult Ultra Wear Camouflage is what it is. This is peach. You need the teeniest, tiniest amount and just put it near the dark circles. I'm gonna be honest. It don't matter if I cover them or not. I still see them. I don't know about you all. And again, not a makeup artist. Okay, we're gonna go into plastic now, which is this black. And again, the formula to this is so weird. It's different. It really is. It's almost like these are cream to powders. Okay. But do you see? That is a black, okay? And I went in with the light hand. You can build this, okay? It builds black, as you can see, along my lower lash line there. But I'm not scared of it because even when I kind of did go in with a lighter or a more heavier hand on that side, not meaning to, it blended beautifully. And I could go back in with the previous shade and rework it in. Like it, these colors do really go with one another. But you can see how easily that just went on. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a black, so be careful. But you don't have to be careful in the sense of, don't be scared of it. Like, try it, go in with a light hand, but don't be scared. We're going to go back into the No Doubt shade. Because I don't want to lose any of these shades. I'm now going to take that plastic shade and run it under the lower lash line. And again, like, the look was pretty quick and easy. Look how black that came. Like, I got a little bit too much on that, but it's good. That's good, because I'm going to show you what it does. Like, it's so crazy the way this formula is, to be fair. I'm wearing the Tarte Fake Awake cream shade on the waterline. Okay. So you can see that that's dark, but we're going to go back into No Doubts now. And like, these shades just go so well. And they help blend one another so nicely. We're going to ignore the mascara, because the mascara, well, you'll see in a minute. Alright, now, the interesting shade I'm going to go into is called Seducer. These two shades here, Seducer and Glorious, they're glorious. They really are. These two metallic type shades. It's like a metallic foiled almost. It's, you'll see. Alright, so we're going into Seducer. Now watch this lid. And again, it's not subtle, but it is. Like, It's just the right amount for me. I'll say that. It's not too much, but you're going to notice it. Is it gorgeous? Yes. Do not necessarily do I have this color, but I probably do. But do I have something like that in my collection already? Yes. Yes, I do. Is it as good as like Makeup Geek? No, I don't think it is. Now again, Makeup Geek's no longer, so think about other shades that I have. So I think about like that Bobbi Brown, or not Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier. Those caviar shades did this. It laid very nice on the eyes. It wasn't too much, but you could definitely be like, oh yeah, you see it. It's got a little bit of sparkle. You know what I mean? We're going to take that plastic shade again, and I'm going to run it or above the top lash line now, that black. And again, depending on how much you pick up of this black, you could just go in and stamp it and have it very pigmented. You can smudge it. I mean, however you want to play with that black. I don't know if this palette is still available. I did see that they were coming out with a new palette or something, but they're quite expensive. And I just don't see where it's worth it, to be fair, with all the other brands out here. That's where I'm having my trouble with this. Because if I'm going to go, like, this isn't topping my Natasha. It's not topping my Pat. It's better than ColourPop. I'll give it that. But again, you're paying for that price tag. And I feel like you can almost get, I don't know, maybe you can't get ColourPop to look like that, but I just want to make sure both sides are the same. We're going to take Glorious now, this shade right here, and I'm going to put it in the inner corner. That's my thing. There's just so much on the market that unless there's something great about the brand, it's like, what are you offering? What are you bringing to the table that we don't already have? And I really don't know much about Nabla, so I don't want to get too much in it. But like, if somebody said to me, like, what do they have? What do you like? I remember back in the day, people talked about their highlighting, skin glaze something or other. I never tried that, but as far as eyeshadow, they're okay. Like, I don't think you'd be disappointed if you purchased a palette. Like, I don't think you'll be disappointed, but I don't think you'll be like overly excited and like, this is the best thing ever, you know what I mean, type of situation. I think that you'll feel like you're getting your money's worth, I guess, is basically where you're going with it. The packaging is just cardboard. It's hard cardboard, but cardboard. So that's just my thoughts. For mascara, I got a sample of the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow. It's interesting. So let me show you. I'm actually wearing it on the top and the bottom because I want to see how it wears, if it smudges, flakes, that sort of thing. I will say that I did one coat. It's quite interesting. And depending on how it wears, I'm intrigued, and I'll tell you why once I get it on so you can see. It does have a spiky wand. It says volume and curling, but I'm more intrigued with the one coat thing, especially considering, sometimes you just ain't got the time to sit here and mess with your lashes. And sometimes it ends up, the more you mess with them, the more of a mess you make, as in my case most of the time. I feel like this is a mascara I would use like daily, with a daily look. Something quick, easy, out the door. Is kind of where I see this falling, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I have my lash for when I need drama. I have my Gucci when I want it separated and length and just all that. And then I have this for every day, which, if it doesn't flake, if it doesn't transfer, if these things are good and that stuff does not happen, I would say this is a good everyday for me. And that doesn't have to work on the lower lashes, no, not necessarily. But, it'd be nice if it did. That's why I'm putting it there. I will say, it does have this, really brushes through the lashes nicely. And it seems to be lifting the lashes too. I don't really see volume necessarily. I see lift a little bit and separation, but extra volume and lifting mascara. I don't see the volume. Maybe it's just me. And it says to only do one coat, so that's all I am doing. I do think it is pretty. I don't know if you can see the lashes or not, but I don't know. I mean, at the same time, there's so many mascaras on the market too. It's a fascinating concept, I'll give it that too. One coat, wow. It would be nice. For lip liner, I am wearing the Kevin Kwan in Minimal. I found it the other day with my Lawless lip balm in Lover. I don't think this really gets what this look, but I do like this lip balm. Okay, and that's it. Now I gotta go call FedEx and fight with FedEx for a while because apparently they haven't delivered my package yet. They've been here 2 days straight and I've been home waiting and watching and no FedEx truck. Imagine that. But they've tried to deliver it, although they've not left a note or anything. I swear, I love delivery people. My favorite is when the UPS driver said the address doesn't exist. I still go back to that. I'm like, huh, really? You drove down 1720. My fiance spray painted it on the driveway, 17, the rest of my address. But, it was kind of funny at the time, but it's kind of like, really? I mean, common sense. There's a mailbox that has the address there, so obviously it exists. But anywho, so yeah, this is the final look. I really do think that it is a pretty look. I think the palette was easy. I just don't know, with everything on the market now, like, I can't give you a reason to say this is better because of blank, you know, or this brand's better than blank, because it's just equal, the same, or I mean, maybe a step better, but is it worth the price increase or the price you know what I mean? It's like, where does it in the whole line of makeup? It's so hard to tell. But at least you got to see step by step how it, blended, performed, went on. I did use my rougher brushes, if that makes a difference. I don't recall it making a difference, to be fair. I think that it applies just as nice with synthetic brushes, but I kind of like to tell you what brushes I'm using at the same time. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday, unless something's going on or there's a new launch or a request, something like that. I think I am. I don't know. I don't have anything really new as far as makeup coming in. So, but that's all I have for you today. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.